Hello there, everyone. Great to be with you, my Zoom compatriots and anybody tuning in online. My name is Nattolie Chilton, and I am an author of Unsilenced, Use Your Voice, Words Hold Power. So I was tuning into today, and breath was definitely on my mind. The ripples that we make are on my mind. And I am trained in neurolinguistics, so the power of words. I also work as an intuitive body worker and wellness guide. And my website's breakupwithsecrets.com. COM. I'm seeing the word calm, CALM right now. And I really feel like that's needed. So today I feel like fear, the overcoming of fear in order for us to live into our destiny is so important. And the flip side of fear, of course, is courage. But I also want to say before I forget, I am a co-host of the Author Journey show, and my partner is in South Africa. And I was married to a man from Zimbabwe long ago, who's actually in my book. Um, he was a military man. And at that time, I was living in fear. Um, I call upon the spirit of truth to fill me up and to guide me. And whenever I do a talk like this, it's never preconceived. I just go with what I feel led to share. So take a big breath with me, or a little breath. You can put your hand on your heart and just breathe right down to your toes. You can wiggle your toes a little bit to ground and just fully drop in energetically like a genie in a bottle. Just allow your spirit to fully inhabit your beautiful temple. So the ripples that we make, that was another book that was my first book as a published author in 2024. And I've always written, writing, processing emotion through poetry. Started in my 20s, so that's 30 plus years of writing. Finally published, and it took 11 years to write my true story, Unsilenced. That was a lot of fear. In order for me to expose myself, my life, my journey, and then release it into the world, and allow myself to be known as someone who'd always hidden. And so to live our destiny, we really, it's been a process to allow myself to be seen and allow myself to be heard and to say the words that would actually let somebody into what's real, not just superficial exchange, but actually real things. So I want to say that fear, a lot of people are on anti-anxiety drugs, something like over 30% of the population is on pharmaceuticals for anxiety and depression. And I am grateful that I never got on those drugs. I medicated with cannabis and with other addictions, which I'm now, free mostly of those addictions. What can I say? I want to say fear is a spirit. So in my spiritual journey, I never really understood that fear actually, it's a spirit that can embody us. And I believe that, as a little kid, I was really impressed with experiences that caused me to feel fear and really got that fear fire going, which I carried forward through my life until I had a supernatural experience in Sicily in about 2007. And I was in this beautiful resort, and viewers, you know, it's like you can be in the most beautiful place, um, but it's like no matter where we go, we think we can move and things will be different, go on a vacation and it's all going to be new. But it was like there I was, and I was still carrying fear in the most perfect environment. And this is a supernatural story. I've had supernatural experiences with Spirit, Creator, and Jesus. But in this instance, I was in a lineup in Sicily. This is to give people hope that I actually never thought I could lose the fear because it had been so locked in. I'd never remembered being without it. But in that moment in Sicily, I heard the voice of God across the universe. And it was like, it was simple and cliche, but it was, I am with you. It was like, boom. And it's the I am. It's the great I am. In that moment, I received perfect peace. And we are women. We are women bringing peace, aren't we? And it's got to live in us so that when we walk into a room, when we encounter people, we can infuse them with it because we have it. And in that moment, when it was like, I am with you, every drop of fear, it was gone. Instantly, completely gone. And I was like, where'd it go? Like, whoa. And I'm probably reaching the end, but I had this phobia because of abuses of different kinds of women and breasts. And there was topless girls everywhere that were driving me insane with this panic attacking. Everything was gone. And for 3 days, I had perfect peace. And it was glorious. And so, supernatural transformation that I'm here speaking and lucid is a miracle. So I just want to say, um, and and submitting my chapter in here, touched by the supernatural. That was an act of courage, and it really is. I feel like it's love that propels us to let go of fear. When just it's like that love, that impetus, and when that just gets stronger than the fear, it just will override it. And so that's what I'm sharing today. Is fear is a spirit, and we can kick it out with the power of love and embodying the truth and just going for our destiny and our mission, which is our why, which is what fires us up. And so tap into that. Y'all, I've got my Dallas hat on here uh,
I
and my
love that.
howdy earrings. And thank you very much for
I
listening and being
I
here with us.
I loved that you said overcoming fear to live into destiny. That phrase, I believe that's how you said it, was, I mean, so amazing. And I am right there with you. I have clients and I say, you know, spirit is a big part of it. And I ask, who do you call your higher power? it doesn't matter what name you use, but having a name. And I say, if you fall off a cliff and you don't have a cell phone, who do you call? What's the name? And I was raised Christian, and Jesus is my main man. I say Shiva Kali Krishna. I say Amitabha, Manjushri, Maitreya, and then I say the three pure ones. And there's a few other sacred names I say, but it's a divine team. I think that's just my opinion. Thank you so much. I'm gonna pause the recording